London and Southeastern Railway Limited, trading as Southeastern, is a British train operating company owned by Govia that operates passenger rail services in South East England. It is the key operator of commuter and regional services in South East London and Kent, and also serves parts of East Sussex. Southeastern trains operate on three main routes. The Southeastern Main Line from London Cannon Street in London Charing Cross to Dover via Sevenoaks. The Chatham Main Line between London Victoria and Dover, Ramsgate via the Medway towns. And High Speed 1 from London St Pancras. Southeastern began operations on 1 April 2006 as the franchisee for the new integrated Kent franchise, replacing the publicly owned Southeastern trains on the former Southeastern franchise. Southeastern has received a number of extensions since, with the franchise scheduled to end on 1 April 2020 until a new contract was agreed on 30 March 2020. Running for up to 2 years. The Southeastern franchise will be terminated on 16 October 2021 and transferred to the SE Trains, after an investigation into £25 million of taxpayer money being unaccounted for. Southeastern serves the main London stations of Charing Cross, Victoria, Cannon Street, London Bridge, Waterloo East and St Pancras. The Southeastern network has a route mileage of 540. With 179 stations, about 70% of its services run to and from London. It is owned by Govia, a joint venture between Go Ahead Group and Keolis, which also operates the neighbouring Southern franchise that overlaps with Southeastern in some western areas. In December 2003, the Strategic Rail Authority announced that Danish State Railways, Stagecoach, First Group, Govia and MTR/C Containers had been shortlisted to bid for the new integrated Kent franchise, which would replace the Southeastern franchise and include services on High Speed 1 operating from St Pancras. In November 2005, the Department for Transport announced Govia had been awarded the franchise. The services operated by Southeastern trains transferred to Southeastern on 1 April 2006. The franchise was let for an initial 8 years, with a 2-year option dependent on performance targets being met. The opening of the second phase of High Speed 1 in November 2007 made available train paths on the traditional network previously used by Eurostar, allowing Southeastern to increase certain services in December 2007. In December 2008, as part of the franchise agreement, responsibility for the Redhill to Tunbridge line passed to Southern. Southeastern high-speed services began full operations on 14 December 2009. Having met the performance criteria, in March 2011 the DfT granted Govia a 2-year franchise extension until March 2014. Following the DfT's review after the cancellation of the Intercity West Coast franchise process, extensions were granted to the franchisors due for renewal, and Southeastern's franchise was extended until June 2018. It was later extended until December 2018. In March 2009, the bay platforms at London Blackfriars closed for reconstruction as part of the Thames Link programme. Southeastern services previously terminating at Blackfriars, mostly from Sevenoaks via the Catford Loop, were extended to Kentish Town, St Albans, Luton or Bedford. When the station fully reopened with new bay platforms in May 2012, these services continued to run, but in the evening and at weekends. Instead of terminating at Victoria, services now terminate at Blackfriars. Following the Department for Transport's review after the cancellation of the Intercity West Coast franchise process, extensions were granted to the franchisors due for renewal in the near future. In 2013, the coalition government extended Southeastern's franchise, without competitive tender, from March 2014 to June 2018, and in 2016 further extended it until December 2018. The invitation to tender, detailing the improvements that must be made by the new franchisee, will be released in September 2017 and the contract will be awarded in August 2018. Amidst a background of ongoing rail strikes nationwide, in September 2017, Southeastern cleaning staff, outsourced to employment agency Wettons, voted to stage industrial action in a dispute over pay and working conditions. The first strike by RMT-affiliated wetlands cleaning staff at Southeastern took place for 24 hours. From 2030 to 2030 on the 19th to the 20th of October 2017. There has been no further industrial action since, although negotiations between the RMT, Southeastern and wetlands remain ongoing. As part of the 2018 Thames Link program, several of the routes formerly operated by Southeastern changed into Thames Link routes, including services to Sevenoaks and Gillingham. These services using the Class 700 now run from Bedford through the London Core via London Bridge and onto the Kent Main Line or the North Kent Line. Southeastern introduced a full timetable of domestic high-speed services branded Southeastern High Speed over High Speed 1 between Londo,